Tyson Fury does not believe that Dereck Chisora has improved since their first fight. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Tyson Fury says that Dereck Chisora is a shop-worn fighter now and that his punch resistance has deteriorated. And he believes that he's going to have an easier fight in the rematch than he did in their first fight, despite the fact that Dereck Chisora is in much better condition now. So how do you feel about that? Do you think that Tyson Fury has a point? Or do you think that he is potentially underestimating Dereck Chisora? And also what was interesting to me is the mindset of both fighters going into this fight. Tyson Fury is obviously extremely confident, and why wouldn't he be? He has definitely improved since the first Dereck Chisora fight. Even though Dereck Chisora is fitter now than he was before the first Tyson Fury fight, in my opinion, he hasn't really improved in terms of skills or anything like that. But Tyson Fury has improved in terms of fitness, and he's come on leaps and bounds in terms of skills since the first Dereck Chisora fight. So I personally do believe that Tyson Fury has improved a lot more than Dereck Chisora's improved. So I think he's got every reason to feel confident. And in my opinion, the only way Tyson Fury loses this fight with Dereck Chisora, as long as he comes in shape, the only way he loses it is if he gets overconfident and doesn't give Dereck Chisora enough respect in there. At the end of the day, he is a big, strong heavyweight, and he did get shaken up by a couple of Dereck Chisora's shots in the first fight. So, yeah, you know, there's the potential there for him to walk onto one, and Tyson Fury has walked onto big shots from fighters before, like Nevin Pikage and Nikolai Furfa, and obviously Steve Cunningham. He has walked into big shots before when he's got overconfident. So there's definitely the potential of that happening against Dereck Chisora as well. But as long as he boxes properly, and I know that's a big ask sometimes from Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury loves to trade that much. He gives opponents opportunities they don't really need. But personally, I can't see past a Tyson Fury victory right now. I think Tyson Fury, as I've said, has improved much more than Dereck Chisora's improved. And I actually do agree with Tyson Fury that Chisora's punch resistance has probably deteriorated since the first Tyson Fury fight. A lot of people have brought up the fact that Dereck Chisora takes a shot better when he's fighting taller opponents because they tend to land shots on the top of his head rather than on his chin, like David Haye and Andrzej Parla and Edmund Gerber did, because those were guys pretty much similar height to Dereck Chisora, so they were able to catch him on the chin rather than on the top of the head. It's possible. It's possible that is the case. It's definitely possible. But at the same time, the way Dereck Chisora is reacting to punches now, as I've mentioned in other videos, is different than the way he used to react to punches. Even his own trainer, Don Charles, came out and said that he's noticed the difference in the way that Dereck Chisora reacts when he gets hit now with a clean shot. Before, he would just keep on, he'd just shrug the punch off and keep rolling forward. But now, he kind of backs away. And he did back away in a few fights, in the Sam Sexton fight and in the Robert Helenius fight, when he got hurt in those fights before he got knocked out by David Haye. So it's not like we only saw that behavior after the David Haye fight, but I think seeing it in consecutive fights, one after the next, was a little bit worrying for me. And I think his punch resistance has deteriorated. And, Don Charles has even said it himself. That's Dereck Chisora's own trainer. He said he's noticed that Dereck is more mindful now of getting hit clean. He's more worried about what's coming back than he used to be. He gets hit with a clean shot now, and it kind of gives him a flashback to the David Haye fight. This is what Don Charles said. Okay, so I feel like I've got more than enough reason to worry about Dereck Chisora's punch resistance now. So, and on top of that, I've mentioned in previous videos, I don't see the spark in Dereck Chisora that I saw before the David Haye fight. The probably the Vitaly Klitschko fight was the last fight where I really saw the old Dereck Chisora, where he had the fire and the spark. Since then, against Parla and Gerber and even Johnson, I didn't really see that fire. It's hard to really put it into words, but those who agree with me will pretty much know what I'm talking about. Yeah, there isn't really that spark. There's something missing from Dereck Chisora for me. And maybe it'll be reignited in this fight with Tyson Fury. Some people have said that he don't have that spark because the fights that he's been in against Parler and Gerber and Johnson were not big enough. But when he's in a big fight with an opponent that he really don't like, we're going to see that spark again. But again, as I've mentioned in another video, will Dereck Chisora get a little bit too uptight? Will he get a little bit too angry with Tyson Fury? And will that work against him? Because I think that did kind of happen in the David Haye fight. There has to be a balance. He has to be confident and in a way disdainful of his opponent to get the best out of himself, but he can't be so angry that he gets uptight. So, I don't know. Drop your comments below and let me know how you feel about the psychology of both of these fighters, leading up to this matchup. What did you make of the press conference, and what did you make of the interviews of both guys? Do you think Tyson Fury is going to underestimate Chisora, or do you think he's going to do a demolition job on him like he says he is? Me personally, I'm leaning more towards Tyson Fury winning. I'm not sure about a demolition job, possibly, but I feel fairly confident that Tyson Fury will win. But anyway, drop your comments below. This is Hatman. I'm out.